Is it bad to date right after the breakup? We all know the popular cliche: to get over someone, you have to get under someone new. Or it's opposite: if you want to build a committed relationship and to fall in love, you have to heal fully first. And as a professional matchmaker with over a decade of practical experience in introducing singles, I can honestly tell you that there is no exact answer. A lot depends on a person, on a breakup, because you know what, it will be a totally different scenario if you are grieving a 10 dates relationship or if you try to get over your marriage that lasted 18 years. So of course, a lot depends on the person, a breakup, what led to said breakup, and the personality. Of course, if we are talking about a scenario when he had 5 or 10 dates with her, so they basically have been casually dating for like 3 or 4 months, it is hardly a solid relationship yet. Yes, I understand that your ego is bruised and it is never pleasant when something finishes, because it crushes your hopes and you are thinking that, oh, finally I will stop dating, I will stop using these apps, and when it doesn't happen you feel disappointed. But 3 or 4 months, it's hardly a huge milestone. So to grieve for months, especially if your plan is to meet someone and to build a real lasting relationship that can lead to marriage, well, just start dating again. If you are talking about a scenario when you have been together for a year, for 2 years, for 10 plus years, again, sometimes it is a good scenario to go to a therapist first, to go through therapy and to heal before you start dating. But at the same time, for how long should we be doing therapy? Because I know several singles who are seeing a psychologist for 2, 3, 5 years, and you know what, it's like an ongoing process. You start talking about your ex, then you switch to your childhood, and these women and men, they want to build a relationship, but they get addicted to the psychology, to this therapy, and they are not actually dating. So quite often it is a good idea to do it parallel, like, you know, to start seeing new people again and to do therapy. When you meet new people, probably you will ruin a few introductions and probably you will continue comparing everybody to your ex. But again, quite often, like, this process when you start meeting new people will show you whether you are ready to meet someone new, whether you can feel that you can get this excitement back and you can feel curious again about the new person, prospect of dating someone new. Also, perhaps these internal dialogues when you think about what ifs, what if I said this or that, or what if my ex didn't cheat on me, like, what type of life would we have led together now? So if you see that meeting new people, getting these new emotions help you reduce these inner eternal dialogues and help you forget about your ex, got distracted, then it is a good thing. If you start going out and you see that, okay, you're meeting nice people, nice women, but you still compare them to your ex, and it hurts and it feels like you're cheating on your ex, even though it is ridiculous, then maybe prolonging the break can be a good idea. Over the years, we have taken clients who have hired us at the same day when they got their divorce certificate. But you have to understand that divorce doesn't happen overnight. So usually it's a long process. So in many cases, people separated like 2 years prior to hiring us, and they were just waiting for the legal process to be finished, to be finalized, because they didn't want to start dating until they were still legally married, even though, for example, the ex-wife has moved on and is seeing someone else and they haven't been living under one roof for 2 years. Again, please understand me right. Dating doesn't equal marrying someone new right after you have signed the divorce papers. Dating can be a good idea because you will explore your options, you will find out what type of women can choose you back for all the right reasons, what type of women show interest in you. You will see what type of women catch your interest. You will improve your communicational skills, your flirting skills. You will learn a lot about modern dating market, because if you have been in a relationship, especially if you have been into a long relationship for a decade, for example, or like for 5 years, well, your dating muscles can be stiff, and it will take some time to get used to dating new people again. Many people think that if I start dating right after my divorce or right after my breakup, it will be just the rebound, I will hurt the other party, I will hurt myself. And some singles even claim that dating right after a divorce is the way to prove your ex wrong. Well, it can really happen that some people can jump into a new relationship without thinking clearly, without looking around at the dating market, and they remarry like 2-3 months after the first divorce, and usually it is not a good idea. And after this honeymoon stage is over, they realize that this decision was emotional, too quick, and not rational at all. At the same time, you can date without committing to a serious relationship. You can go out there, meet new people, you can attend speed dating, you can do a little bit of Tinder, you can hire a matchmaker if you want this process to be like truly safe. You can meet new people through friends during your vacations. You can flirt a little bit, because you have to get back into this dating market to understand if this is something you actually want and you need. Because grieving forever is not a good idea. I have seen people who are grieving for years, and the ex has moved on years ago, like he or she is happily married, have a new spouse, kids, they have moved to the other country, and a man or a woman still had this dialogues in their head, what they will do when they meet their ex, what they will say to this ex, or for example they dream about this ex, they stalk their social media. Well, sometimes really to get over someone, it is a good idea to start dating again. But please don't confuse dating with jumping into another marriage without thinking first. Of course, if you do online dating, you can notice that some people are not over their exes yet. They still can't talk about their exes without bitterness. They badmouth their exes. You can tell that it still hurts. And sometimes they are emotionally cold and distant because they are still in love with the idea of their ex, or they still have to overcome their trust issues. But you know what? Don't judge them too harsh. Maybe they are not ready. Okay, you had a date, you've learned something new, but people need to heal, and for many singles it is a good idea to actually date and to talk to someone, because I have seen it so many times when, especially with men, when they didn't do therapy and they start going out on dates, and they use their dates as therapists. So they talk, they share about their exes, about their past relationships, their feelings with people they see for the very first time. Of course, it is a terrible idea, because you won't get a second date, and well, your date most likely will need to call her therapist after a date with you. So therapy after a breakup is a good idea, but you have to keep in mind that doing therapy forever, grieving forever, it's not a good idea. Sometimes people justify their fears of rejection, their fears of changes by this: I'm not over my ex, I'm not ready yet. So they claim that they are not ready yet, and you know what? Years passed. They have wasted lots of time just because they are afraid to come out of their shell, and they are still not ready, and they have wasted this time. And these people want a relationship, they want marriage. So how to date after the breakup? First of all, be honest with yourself. What do you want? Do I want to get into another relationship? Okay, maybe. Do I want to just test the waters? Well, it's also not a bad idea either. Take things slow. Focus on meeting new people, talking to new people. Open up slowly to new people. It's not like you have to choose a new wife or a new husband straight away. You can actually stroll through this dating market. You can meet different types of people. You can find that, for example, you feel attracted to quite the opposite type that your ex was. You can discover lots of things about yourself. You can pick up a few hobbies because you meet new people, they talk about their professions, about their lives, about their interests. You can learn lots of interesting things and also concentrate on building interesting conversations, flirting, learning new jokes, and who knows, maybe you will build a really meaningful connection. Dating right after the breakup is not necessarily a bad thing, so don't be too harsh on yourself or too harsh on women and men who have chosen to date after a breakup. Sometimes it's a good idea to date after a breakup because it can help a person heal faster. So are you looking for love or are you running from pain? A lot depends on your mindset. Don't be harsh on yourself. You can take things slow. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. You have the time. I hope it was helpful. Right now is the time to press like, to subscribe to our channel. My name is Svetlana Mukhar. I'm a founder and a leading matchmaker and dating coach at Diolli.com boutique matchmaking service. If you want to learn more about our matchmaking and coaching programs, please press the link below this video and fill in the form to apply for a complimentary consultation with a matchmaker. I wish you lots of love. I'm filming this one for you in beautiful Barcelona, Spain.